everyone. It's never good to see someone cave in under themselves, but practically it happens every day now. Plus, with people's private life, where they might be doing drugs as well, you see videos or live stream where they just are like completely different. And the reason why I bring this up is because there's a recent stream on YouTube by a crypto investor called Ben Armstrong, or otherwise known as BitBoy. You may not know him, but if you invest in crypto or like follow it on Twitter, you'll see there's a pretty big person in the community brought up a lot. But this is where the main issue arises, because we all know how like volatile and dangerous crypto is, where every day like a new one is introduced just for it to like collapse in value just the next day. And with a business as this unruly, you always have people infighting with each other privately, with everyone calling each other a scammer, which is like where most drama comes from. And this is where Ben Armstrong has his own story, with him fighting behind the scenes with a friend and then coming out in public saying like his friend took a Lamborghini from him. So already, it sounds pretty serious, because we all know how expensive that is. But then if you watch the live stream that I'm going to show right now, you can see the way that he acts and the stuff he talks about, just borderline insane. The first video I could find of him, before the main live stream, was him driving to his friend's house, Carlos, where you can already see like how unhinged he is.
Crypto! Hey, ask me how I'm doing. Ask me how I'm doing. Go ahead, ask me how I'm doing. I'm doing better than ever right now, while I know that my boss has basically extorted and blackmailed and launched a freaking coup.
This happens a lot, where he changes like attitude very quickly, and I think it's a bit dangerous for someone to be recording a video when they're this angry while driving as well. At one point, he just starts dancing to Soulja Boy, as if he wasn't like yelling at the camera a minute ago. I should probably also mention now that in the car, he brought his girlfriend with him, who he's having an affair with his wife, which I just feel so bad for her for being dragged into this. I would be terrified to be in a car with someone yelling this much where they're clearly having like a mental breakdown. I also found out that Ben brought a gun with him in the car, so at this point, the girlfriend's probably really tense because she doesn't know what's gonna happen. Later on, when he arrives at his friend's house, he knocks on the door, which he doesn't respond to, which I don't blame him, because he probably knows he has a gun with him and he knows like he's not gonna be reasonable. Ben starts the live stream again, just to yell at the camera, saying like how he's in front of the house with his Lamborghini literally locked up behind the garage.
At Carlos's house. This is where Carlos lives, guys. I am live streaming from Carlos's house. Carlos has my Lamborghini right here in his garage. So today, guys, I'm gonna be live streaming and I'm gonna be telling the entire story of Carlos Diaz.
For the first half of the stream, Ben talks about like drama and secrets he knows about, but because I don't know much about crypto or the people involved that he's talking about, he just seemed like a rambling of like an insane man. At one point, he even goes back to his car to check the gun that he has with him, so there was an actual potential of this getting worse.
I have absolutely nothing against Ben.eth. Okay, hold on. I gotta watch out in case this is actually, I gotta make sure that I can get some protection if I need it. Okay. It's just a neighbor. It's just a neighbor. Well, you guys see, when I see a car coming down the street, I have to think about protecting myself. That's where I'm at, guys.
Plus, with how like secluded this house looks, it looks really far away from like any town or city. So even though the police do arrive later on, if he was a bit more pissed off, I can imagine him breaking into the house, because it's not like the neighbors could be anywhere close to help him. I saw someone bring up how he might be high on something, and to be honest, just from what I saw from the live stream and the videos, he does seem like he took something beforehand. Just from the way that he was acting and just yelling about stories that he knows about, and the fact that he also brought a gun with him. I don't think there's anything more depressing than seeing someone have a breakdown while on drugs, because then after, they just like regret it so much, because they clearly weren't singing straight, and them being high does cause them to be like more emotional and loud. Later on the stream, the police arrive, and Ben like criticizes Carlos for calling the police, because apparently people in the mafia don't call them. But despite that, he does get a bit more serious, not being as like aggressive as I saw he would with the police. But for some reason, he refuses to like stop the stream or put down his phone, even after they asked him to like put his hands in the air. He might have kept it on for like his own safety, which I kinda like understand, but later on, it kinda backfires when he's forced to reveal the secret of his girlfriend when the police ask him, and then later on, one of the guys just flips the phone over. If there's one point I can give in defense, is that he does actually cooperate with the police, telling them like what's going on. With how batshit crazy he was earlier, talking about random stuff, I was expecting him to be more hostile, or like antagonize his friend more. On the other hand, when they do ask him to like put his phone down, he kinda like hesitates for a minute before putting it face up so he's still in frame, to make sure the stream is still going, which I really hate, because when people do this, it just makes like the situation harder to be in.
Okay.
Do me a favor, take out your, whatever, fanny pack.
Sorry, I reached too fast, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay.
Put your phone down.
Okay.
Put the phone down.
Okay. I'll put the phone down. Okay.
Put the phone.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Put the phone down.
And although they don't really focus on that, they do ask him who the lady in the car is, which he's forced to tell on camera, which he doesn't want to. And you can tell how badly he doesn't want to answer the question by him dragging it out, repeating like 4 times, trying to like avoid it.
No weapons. No
Where
weapons.
in the car is your gun?
It's in the back seat.
Back seat?
Yep.
Is anybody else in the car?
Yes, there's somebody in the car.
Who's in the car? Who?
What's that?
Who's in your car?
Who's in my car?
Yes.
Okay. Let's,
Who's in your car?
who's in my car?
Who's in your truck, sir?
Cassie is in my car. Cassie's in my
All
truck.
right, Cassie.
Cassie's in my truck. My wife knows that we're here, by the way. She knows we came to do this. But my wife is aware. So we're live on YouTube right now.
Okay.
We got about 2,500 people watching. So Cassie is a girl I had an affair with. She's involved in the situation with me and this guy here. My wife knows. We were just at my daughter's tennis match. Cassie and I have came over here because this man is extorting me.
Come over here. Come over here.
And judging by the way he said it, he definitely wants to keep it a secret, because he doesn't want his wife to find out. Which is why I think it was a bad idea for the stream to keep going, because you can see him like look back and forth at the camera, scared to reveal who she really is. Plus, it's not like it was worth it to keep the phone up, because then one of the guys walks in and flips it over, so you can't see anything. This is where the live stream kinda ends, because even though it does keep going for another 11 minutes, it's really hard to tell what's going on. The only part I could kinda understand is halfway through, when he talked about the Lamborghini, and how him and his friend Carlos made a contract signed. But then somehow, he ended up taking the car anyways, without like fully meeting the conditions. But from the way that Ben was acting in his live stream, I don't know if we could really actually like fully trust what he says. I'm sure there was a contract involved about the Lamborghini, but it's definitely like one key aspect that he missed out, which really like twists his story. And again, like I mentioned before, the first 1/4 of the video is him like rambling about the most random shit ever. I'm sure there are people who know more about Ben and they understand about like what he's talking about or the people involved. So if I had the time and I cared enough about it, I would go to research like what he's talking about. Because at one point, he mentioned someone hiring people to go to Floyd Mayweather's gym to beat up everyone there with baseball bats. But anyways, after 30 minutes of the stream, Ben finally picks up his phone to end it, which I'm glad he did, so he can like properly talk with the police. At the last half, it did seem like he's straightened up a bit more, being more calm. Plus, on his Twitter, he mentioned how he wants to take a break from social media to like relax a bit more and fix some things in his life. Which he has a bit, talking with Carlos to like resolve the issue with the Lamborghini, so they won't have any more problems in the future. It's not often that you see people personally admit that they need a break, so I am glad that Ben has taken one to like set his head straight. However, with how chaotic the crypto market is, I can't really guarantee that it won't be any more like infighting or drama. Even with this like Lamborghini problem, it just popped out of nowhere. But for now, I do hope like any more problems with Ben in the future is resolved in like a less aggressive way. But that's all I have to say. So hopefully you guys a video and I'll see you next time. Bye.